Hey everybody, this is Mike Morelli from Season 7 of The Biggest Loser, here for DietsAndReview.com for the Episode 10 of Biggest Loser Season 8. Review, recap, my reaction. This week was Makeover Week. It's always a very, very fun time on the Biggest Loser campus, but it never, it may not produce some great numbers for everybody. Everybody looked absolutely fantastic. Tim Gunn and Tabitha showed up once again to work their magic and make these contestants look great. I mean, they're changing their bodies on the outside and being locked on the ranch. You never really get to try on new clothes. You never get to try on, new nice things because you're always in, workout clothes, sweats, something like that, and you're always sore as hell and you never really want to try anything on anyway. But, one thing I think is great is that the contestants got to give a speech on their journey and what they think their weight loss means to them and how they can inspire others, and that was a great thing to see. Everybody looked great and everybody had a very, very moving speech by what we could see. The person who I thought looked the best, who had the biggest overall transformation, was probably Alan. Alan I thought was best dressed at the makeover, and but everyone looked great. Back to reality though. Back to reality though, for the contestants anyway. Of course, challenges and weight loss needs to be done. This challenge, you had to go over a gorge that was probably, well, about 100 feet in the air. It looked like the same one we did our challenge at. And pull yourself across. And, Rudy won. Rudy dominated this challenge. Amanda was close behind, but, Rudy ended up winning. It seemed like it was easy when it started out for the bigger guys, but at the end, when you're going uphill, it would be very difficult. The person I felt most attached to in this challenge was definitely Liz, because I'm definitely afraid of heights. And, you could definitely tell she was too, and she did a great job. In the end, Rudy won a 2-week trip to Biggest Loser at Fitness Ridge in St. George, Utah, which is an amazing place. I've been there. It's awesome. It's fun. You should go. And, he won that. I hope his family gets to use it. What happened at this week's Last Chance Last Chance workout was Jillian kind of beat the crap out of Rudy, getting him to open up and talk about his feelings and a sister that he had that no one knew about until he revealed it at his makeover speech. And, Jillian really wanted to get inside his head and to really, get to the root of his issue on why he got big and all this kind of stuff. Because, if you don't figure out why you got big, you're going to get big again after you lose the weight. It's happened, countless times for the Biggest Loser and diet programs out there everywhere. And, that's just something that everyone has to look out for. This weigh-in was pretty interesting. It came down to, Liz and Rebecca. And, it's a hard decision for everybody in the house. In the end, Rudy made the final decision and ended up sending Rebecca home over a trust issue, which, no one heard about in the entire house, or we heard about on the show the entire time until just then. It may have been a little bit of a weak argument. I'd say that he was keeping an easier person to deal with in the house. Deal with, I mean, able to beat. But, that's not my call. Rudy seems like a stand-up guy, and I'm sure he did it for those reasons. Other than that, that's really all that happened on this week's episode. It was kind of taken up by a lot of the makeover. We didn't get to see a whole lot of interaction between the contestants, but it was a great overall episode, I thought. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys next week. I'm Mike Morelli.